Fight fans, fight fans, fight fans. This is Kurt DeVille with Counterpunch Boxing News, and I have some more news, some more disappointing news concerning Jack Catterall and Josh Taylor. Taylor Catterall 2 reportedly postponed again. The rematch between Josh Taylor and Jack Catterall has been reportedly postponed. Taylor, 33, and his long-term rival were scheduled to fight on April 27th at the First Direct Arena in Leeds. But according to ESPN, an injury suffered by Taylor means that the rematch that has been on course for over 2 years will be delayed again. It was also reported that the fight being promoted by Matchroom will be rescheduled for late May. The undisputed heavyweight title fight between Tyson Fury and Alexander Usyk is scheduled May 18th. The undisputed light heavyweight title fight between Artur Beterbiev and Dmitry Bivol is 2 weeks later on June 1st, suggesting that Taylor and Catterall 2 is being targeted for May 25th. A torn plantar fascia suffered by Taylor meant the previous date on March 4th, 2023, with the 30-year-old Catterall was canceled. He has since lost for the first time to Teofimo Lopez on April 20th. Their super lightweight rivals Devin Haney and Ryan Garcia contest Haney's WBC title at the Barclays Center in New York. And let me counterpunch. People, this is what I keep telling you. I don't care to see the fight anyway. I think the more this fight gets postponed, we've seen so many things that has been shined upon Josh Taylor. Okay? Josh Taylor lost to Teofimo Lopez. They both had shit performances before anyhow. Jack Catterall beat Josh Taylor. There ain't no way you can look at it, slice it, dice it. He already beat him. And for him fighting these guys again and brewing up all this bad blood and him trying to redeem himself by officially or unofficially beating Jack Catterall, I think it's just pointless. I think Josh Taylor should retire because obviously what he's doing, the conditioning or whatever training that he's doing, his body can no longer handle, and he's trying to do too much for one day anyway. Okay, and I think, when people you do understand when people get injured or when people get hurt and they postpone their dates, that's a decision made by the whole team. It's not by one person. So I think either he felt he wasn't ready for the fight or he felt that, he wasn't doing enough for that fight, and then he gets injured, or he wasn't sure that he will be ready for that date. Because that date, it's right around the corner, but at the same time, now you're going to push it to May. Now it's going to be less appealing because it's in between two undisputed fights. Nobody really wants to see that shit anyway. I know I don't. Maybe somebody else does. But I don't like to see fights that were judged wrong. I don't like to see redos. I think what people should do is make that right. I don't think people should, they'll fight again. Why would they have to fight again and we seen the fight the first time? See, I'm getting to the point where these redid fights, are starting to annoy me. Because Jack Catterall clearly beat Josh Taylor. Josh Taylor, I don't care if he had a bad night. I don't care what it was. He got beat that night. The night that they fought, Jack Catterall busted that boy up. Dropped that boy, outboxed that boy, outpointed that boy. Everything he did across the board. There was not one thing that Josh Taylor did in there that you could say, well, Josh did this or Josh did that. He didn't do anything. Absolutely nothing better than Jack Catterall that night. So then why would we need to see another fight just because the shit was in Scotland? That's the only thing he had going for him. He had home, a team advantage. That's all he had. Home cooking, gave him that nod, and it was wrong. Because by that time, and in the shitty part about it, Josh Taylor has nothing to offer Jack Catterall versus what he had to offer for him then. See, at that time, he was the undisputed light welterweight champion. Okay, and then what it was, boxing is the sport that I love that I hate so much. They didn't want to give it to Jack Catterall because Jack Catterall wasn't marketable enough or whatever enough to hold those titles all at one time. He wasn't that guy. You know what I mean? And they weren't going to let that happen, not with home team advantage. They weren't going to let that happen. And that's what happened, people. So they gave the nod to Josh Taylor. They didn't give a draw or any of the other shit. They gave it to Josh Taylor. And Josh Taylor, all those belts, he either relinquished or lost. He had the last one, which is the WBO, and he lost that shit to T.O. And T.O. beat him. Okay, so, I mean, if anything, I'm not mad about this. I'm not mad about this one bit. And I think this should be a reminder, okay, that maybe this fight shouldn't happen anyway. Bars. But anyway, you guys tell me what you think of Taylor, Catterall 2, postponed it yet again. Of course, please subscribe. And you guys been Counterpunch. Peace!